Hey, how you doing? This is Kitch, and you are watching me play Factorio. I ran up an additional water line up here to the top, and I'll tell you why. It said we only needed to a little less than 3, I think, was the number. And I got to looking into the numbers a little bit. Now, granted, I didn't do any very accurate math on this. It was all just kind of guesstimation based off of what I was looking at, based on other calculations, but it looks like each one of these 10-column refineries takes a little bit over a half of water to make it run. That could be wrong. We could do that all with one, and my estimation of the estimation could be off. But it looked to me like the number would come out to a little bit over 1. So that's a little bit over 1 pipe. And for doing sulfuric acid, it looks like it's a little bit over 1 as well. So that is basically a little bit over 2 pipes going in. And then the remainder of that would probably go over here to cracking, which is 0.8. Or I don't know. I don't remember the exact numbers. I didn't do the math on those. I did the math on that and the other one. And, you know, right now we've got 1 pipe going to this side, 1 pipe going to this side, 1 pipe going over here. And we could probably make up a system where we take all the water in and do something with tanks or something to split it off where that would work a little bit better. But, you know what you could also do is just run up an additional pipe. Since these are all excessively filled with water, let's just bring one more and make it a lot more excessively. Water is cheap. Water is very cheap and easy to produce, so why not just do it that way? So that's what we're going to do with that. I think I'm going to do sulfuric acid maybe like right here, and that'll work out okay. And I noticed a little issue up here in that 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, that these are not lining up correctly. And I think my problem is that I don't have enough beacons set up. I think what we would need to do is actually add an extra one here. And let's take out these power poles. Let's make a blueprint of this. And let's clean that out. Nope. Where's that? There we go. And let's see. Maybe that right there. Will that do it? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And oh, sorry, there, little robot. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That right there will actually do it. And it seems a little bit excessive, but you know, this whole setup here is excessive. It's designed to be backed up. All right, much better. Let's get some power up in here. There we go. And this is going to be off now. But that is fine. All right. One more thing that I forgot to do was signal this area coming in here. Let's see, let's put an exit signal there to make that a block. Let's make that as a little waiting area. We need a signal coming in here, a signal coming in. Actually, we can just put it right there. And exit signal, exit signal, exit signal. And that should probably be a chain coming out. Not that it matters. All right, so one of these days, we're going to start one of these episodes without me fixing everything I did wrong in the last one. Someone had mentioned, did I make the same mistake with the stone as I did with the plastic? Let's take a look at that real quick. So I believe for stone, it's a little bit over a half of a blue belt coming out. So we're going to have a little bit over half of a blue belt coming out down here. And a little bit over half of a blue belt coming down here. So I've got a priority outbound splitter right here. So A little bit over half, a little bit over half. That will condense into a over half, or a full belt coming on this side, and the excess will come through the other side of the splitter. At least that's the plan. And that will be a little bit over half, and a little minuscule amount right here will come right through there. So I think that's actually going to be okay. We don't have a situation where more than one belt is being output to one side of a splitter. This is going to be less than a belt, and we do have more than a belt coming in here, but it's outputting on both sides of the splitter. So that's the rule right there. It sounds like it needs a catchy name, one of those that I have not come up with yet. But yeah, the basic idea is if you have more than one belt coming into a splitter, you need 2 outputs. If you have less than one belt coming into a splitter, you can get by with just 1. All right, so I think that's good. Let's get working on some sulfuric acid. All right, I think I had a little change of heart with the sulfuric acid setup. Let's just blueprint this. Okay, and let's take that out. And let's get that set up wherever it's gone, right there. And let's move it over here. Let's move it right there, and it will come in and be kind of part of the station-ish. Take you up, take you over as well. That'll combine right there. We'll have our output coming this way. All right, so why did I want this output on this side? It's basically so it will come down here and be on this side of the world. Because I want to put sulfuric acid over on this side, and the idea being, I mentioned a while ago, wouldn't it be cool if we had lubricant and sulfuric acid being fed via train instead of via pipe? Because I am really not excited about taking a pipe from here all the way down to wherever that's going to be needed. I don't know, with just with the fluid dynamics, stuff like that, I'm just not wanting to risk it. So let's take this water on down. What are we doing here? Do we need to be doing that here? Where are you going up? You're going up right there. We probably moved that because that was in the way. Well, we can just move that up like that. And do that. And that'll work just the same, right? And that gives us our 4th line here. Now we can take over here somewhere and maybe build sulfuric acid like off of this set of beacons here. I think that'll work. Let's see. We want... with the way this is going to be set up, I don't think we're going to be able to get 1, 2, 3, 4 full beacon coverage on all of the factories. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it's this one right here that's going to be the oddball, but I think that'll be all right. Not too concerned about it, because we're going to be making excessive stuff anyway. So sulfur, sulfur. Go ahead and cut those guys on the inside. And that'll be water and all of that. Let's see, we'll need a petroleum line coming in. and then this water line coming up like that. Petroleum, petroleum, water, water, and water. Okay. Go. And I think that should work right like that. Fantastic. Okay. I think that's what we need. Let's grab a couple of inserters, and I'm not really quite sure what the inserter speed on those guys should be. But we'll start with 2 of the fast inserters, and we'll come back and check that later and see what needs to be done. Modules all look good. Fantastic. And then we just need this steel line, or iron line, coming down. Yeah, let's take you across, and let's bring you in and run you down these beacons just to kind of tighten it up a little bit. And you'll need to come down and just go in right there. And you'll probably want to be a stack inserter. We'll put a fast inserter there for now, and we'll remember to update that later. Did you hear that, Kitch? We'll remember to update that later. Remember to update that later. There we go. And that should be good. And we take sulfuric acid out, and we could set up like a little train station right there that is running lubricant and sulfuric acid out of it, and going to wherever that stuff needs to be done. All right, that looks good. Why did I move you? Oh, because we have this stuff here coming down. This is our stone lines. We want to get them down. Something like that, right? Okay, so we have rocket fuel, we have stone, we have plastic. We have lubricant, sulfuric acid coming by train. Is there anything else petro-y that we need coming out of here? I don't think so. The only thing I can think of that we might need coming out of here as well is going to be coal. And that is if we decide to include military science in our setup. And I think I did... Yeah, 1.49 belts of coal is what we need. We've got 8 lines coming out here. It would be really easy to turn this into a... to send out 2 extra lines from here. That's not going to be a problem if we decide to make military science. It's not going to be that big of a deal. So we'll punt on that. Let's see. Do we have trains? No, we don't. Let's go and get some trains. And actually, I want to go and visit this area right here and see if we can't do that a little differently. Because I have it set to sparse, which is fine. We've only got 2 cars, which has been fine up to this point. But I would like to expand that a bit more and just use that stone mine starting out for our Mega Stone project. It's probably not going to last forever, but we do have 86% mining productivity right now, and that is just going up, so that should be good. Let's see, let's grab a couple of these, and cars. 5, 6, that should be enough starting out, I think. Let's see. Let's grab, let's get rid of some stuff. Anything else? Get rid of those. Alright, I think that works. And, let's go to... Let's see, I think that's Mine Iron Building, if I'm not mistaken. Because that used to be an iron mine back many a year ago. And then it turned into a copper mine, and the only thing left is stone. Alright, okay, so we need to... I want to redo all this. Let's cut power so it doesn't get any more. Okay, and let's copy this. Is that right? That looks right. Put that down. Okay, and let's cut off these lines, and you guys instead start feeding into these ones. Alright, then this will all be excess. And that should drain all this stone out. And it does a pretty good job of that. Okay, let's remove this. I wanna rerun it. Right now it's kind of got a sparse layout. I wanna give it a full-ish throughput layout. And we probably want to set it up as blue as well. And I think you're done. You're going to main. Let's take off mine copper 3 and add mine... I don't know, copper 4? Sure. Alright, that means all of this is done. Let's see, all of this can be... upgrade plantered. Update that all to blue. Fantastic. And let's grab some miners. And probably some more belt. And get rid of some junk. Good. Let's grab a couple stacks of power poles. And let's see if we can get this set up. I haven't used the Outpost Planner in a while, and it's nothing against the Outpost Planner. I really like it. It just seems we get to a point where it's just a lot easier to do it this way. Now, you know what? I'll tell you exactly what it is. It's the thing I really liked about the Outpost Planner is the way it would combine all these lines together. And it's got a couple of limitations in that it only maxes up to 8. So when you start getting into the really big ore patches, you're already past what you actually need. And the second thing is it didn't do really well with the custom blueprints that I was doing as far as doing that little output thing. Still a great mod. Don't get me wrong. I still very much like it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Which is less than 8. But that should be okay. We don't need absolute precision here. We just need to split 6 rows into 8 in a somewhat sensical pattern. So yeah, I think we just run this down. There. You there. Just like that. Okay, think that works. Let's get our power poles back over here. That should get all you guys running. And let's... Oh, actually, I don't have that much stone in my inventory. I was expecting that to be a lot more. All right, that'll get all those guys a-humming. And we don't need any of this anymore. Might as well just take it all out. Yeah, this is all done. All right, fantastic. Something feels kind of good about removing old mining outposts. Feels like progress. All right, let's dump all this stuff off. Miners can go back. Probably power poles. All right. Pretty good. That should be good and ready to go now. Let's go back to oil build, and we can set up our trains. We're going to need 1 for stone and 1 for iron. Shouldn't be anything too tricky. We've already got signals set up. All that looks good. We're going to need... we're gonna need fuel. Let's grab you guys. Probably on the underneath. Something like that. And we're gonna need these roboports hooked up. All right, that should do it right there. You got the request. And we've only got 1 logistic bot in there, so it's going to take him a little while to get that going, but we do have fuel coming up here for these guys. All right, so train. 2 cars, 4 cars. You are going to go from... have we named these stations? Smelt stone, smelt iron small. We did. You are going to go to mine stone. Inventory full. You are going to go to smelt stone. Inventory empty. Yep. And let's see. We want to give you a little bit of... nice stony color. What's that look like? That works. Let's see. Do you have fuel yet? Oh, you've got wood. Let's get that out of there and send you on your way. We set those at 200, 200, 200. You've got wood as well. That must be from when I actually placed them down. It's that one mod making that happen. And you need to go from mine iron 2. Mine iron 2. Inventory full. Smelt iron small. Inventory empty. I think that's the closest one. And we'll send you on your way. Okay, here comes the stone one already. Let's go ahead and cut these guys off, like right there, just in case something terrible happens. But yeah, I see you got those combining into one line here. And the excess is going on the outside. So there's our 1.5 lines coming out. And then they're just being distributed evenly. And bam, it is reaching the end of the line. I think that's going to work out. I think that's going to be just fine. And it moves a lot quicker than the iron one, huh? Where you at? Okay, you're on your way back now. It's all getting unloaded. That's getting fed into there. You guys are kicking on and producing a little bit of iron. And that's going to make it all the way down here. Do you guys have everything set up? Yeah, you've got sulfur backed up. You've got sulfur backed up. All right, and that's the whole pipe backed up. So that seems to be working. That'll get all buffered up, and that should be good to go. Fantastic. Well, thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate it. I will see you in the next episode where, let's see, that's stone, that's sulfuric acid, plastic. What else do we have to do? Is it time to start working on science? I think it might be. Exciting. Very, very, very exciting. Well, thank you for watching. I'll see you next time where we'll work on whatever that is. All right. Have a good one.